What's your coolest story?
My coolest story? I've got an embarrassing story.
What's your most embarrassing story?
I've got a very embarrassing story. I've never told it on a podcast, so
Okay.
if you have 3 minutes, I'll tell you this story.
I flew here for you, so I have more than 3 minutes.
Wonderful. I'll tell you this story because it's actually the most embarrassing time in my life, and it's actually a lesson I learned. So I'm going to turn this around to a lesson for young men about having a big ego and acting like you're the man when you're clearly not. And I guess, so long story short, I was here in Bucharest about 6 or 7 years ago. I just moved here, and a friend of mine came to visit from New York City. So he'd taken me out in New York before, so I thought, oh, well, he's in Bucharest, I'm going to show him a good time. And the nightlife here is absolutely amazing, so I booked the best table, and I needed some women around. I don't pay for women. People assume I do because I'm rich. I don't. So I called every girl I know who I'm friends with, and I said, bring some of your friends to this table. So I called too many, and about 50 different women turn up, all looking their absolute best. I'm there with this guy, and he's mind blown. And my ex shows up, a girl I used to date, and she looks incredible. She did it on purpose, to get me, to trick me. She turns up looking like $1 million, absolutely gorgeous. I'm like, why did I stop talking to her? Am I stupid? So by coincidence, my friend, we'll call him James for this part. I'm not going to name him. My friend James starts talking to this girl's friend, and I'm like, good. Boom, done deal. He likes her friend, I'm gonna get back with her, everything's gonna work out perfectly fine. So because I had people visiting my house, I decided to go to a hotel, to get a hotel room for me and my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend, and a hotel room for them too, and we'd stay there tonight and get back to my house in the morning. So here's where, you know the Bible said, pride cometh before the fall. So I thought I was the man. I turn up at this hotel, beautiful woman on my arm, and the guy, I mean, a little bit rude, gives me this piece of paper for tourists to fill out. It's some English language piece of paper for the government to measure tourism information. I was like, bro, I live here. I speak your language. I live here. I don't need to fill that out. I'm not a tourist. He goes, do you have a Romanian passport? I said, no. He goes, you have to fill it in. I said, bro, just give me the rooms. Here's the money. Let's go. No. You can't have the rooms until you and him fill these in. So I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. So I thought I was the man at this point. I said, all right, get the pen, name. Captain Dickhead. Passport number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom, money. Give me the keys. Okay, cool. He took my bits of paper. So I go upstairs. It's now getting to 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm drunk. She's drunk. Everyone's drunk. So we start kissing, making out. And she's like, oh, do you have protection? I'm like, well, I don't. It's at my house. Obviously, we're in a random hotel. So she says, okay. And I said, yeah, fine. We won't sleep together tonight. No problem at all. So we sit there talking for another 2 hours. It gets to about 6:30 in the morning. We drank everything in the minibar, from the Romanian palinka to the whiskey to the vodka. So she starts climbing on top of me, kissing me again, taking my shirt off, this kind of stuff. And we get down to like, I'm in my underwear, and she's like, do you have protection? I'm like, but you know I don't. So, and then I had this bright idea. I said, James will have some. I know James will have some. So I run out of the hotel room in my underwear, go into the hallway, walk down the hallway, knock on James's door, who's an American, and I hear a Romanian man say, who's that knocking on the door? So I run around the corner, terrified, because I think I'm going to get caught. I'm in my underwear. So I'm hiding around the corner, still got a rock hard on, in my underwear, and I look around the corner, and I'm like, fuck, I don't know where James's room is. But then I realize, I don't know what room I just came out of. And the hallway all looks the same. Red carpet, red doors. So I'm creeping down this hallway going, psst, James, psst, the girl's name, I'm not going to say it on the podcast, and no one comes out to save me. So it's 7 o'clock in the morning, sun's coming up, rock hard on in my pants, in my underwear. I get in the elevator, I'm going down the stairs. And obviously the door opens to a group of 40 Chinese tourists with cameras around their necks. I'm standing there, swaying, giving them the old, don't take pictures of me face. So I turned the corner, and I was like, bro, what room number am I in? I kid you not, this man shuffles his papers, looks me dead in the eye, and goes, so you must be Captain Dead. I've never felt more ashamed in my life. He didn't even let me off. I'm like, yes. Passport number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, bro, that's me. Room 406. I never forgot the number to this day. Most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me. So young man, listen, put your egos aside and just fill out the bits of paper when the hotel guy asks you to, because that was a horrible story. I think if you wrote that scene into a movie, they'd think it was fake. But yeah, true story.
Well,
there you go. An embarrassing story I've now shared with the world, courtesy of Mr. Rob Moore.